In today's video, I want to share with you this free Blender tool that I created that allows you to convert a color ramp into a node group with just one click. You might be asking, and why would I want to do that? Well, the color ramp node doesn't have input values for the color stops and their positions. That means you can't expose the color stops when you create a node group like you do with other nodes. In this peeling paint material, for example, we have several values exposed in the node group, which we can use to customize the material. But if we want to change the colors of the rust, we have to go inside the node group to edit the color ramp manually. With the Color Ramp Converter add-on, you will see a new Converter tab in the sidebar of the shader editor. When you select the color ramp, the Convert Color Ramp button becomes available. Just click it, and the add-on will create a node group that replicates the behavior of the color ramp, automatically replacing the connections. So now we have the input values that we can expose in the main node group. If you want, you can also add a prefix to the socket names, which helps when you have multiple color ramps and you want to tell them apart more easily. When you select the node group that was created, you also have the option to add a group input node, which automatically exposes the node group's inputs in the parent node group, so you don't have to do it manually. Now you can control the colors and adjust their positions much more easily. If we open the node group generated from the color ramp, we can see how the add-on works. It uses math and mixed color nodes to recreate the color ramp's behavior. To install the add-on, just download it from my website, the link is in the description, then go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons. In this drop-down, click on Install from Disk, select the zip file, and click on Install from Disk. Right now, it only supports the linear and constant interpolation modes. It's also worth mentioning that the add-on has been tested only in Blender 4.5, and it's currently in beta. So if you find any bugs, feel free to leave a comment on this video or create a post in the community section. I'll keep improving this tool to make it more stable and add more features. So if you like this work I do, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and check out more of my Blender tutorials. That's the best way to support this channel. That's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.